Com is brought to you by Patrick Eads and staff at Deary Brothers Ford on Mormon Trek. Steve Anderson, Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Mike Z. Keys for Cars, GT Car and his crew at Supple's Building and Remodeling. Supple's Flowers, the home of 1-800-800-ROSE. The Midtown Family Restaurants. Harty and Stocker Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City. Diamond Dreams Sports Academy. Senior Benefits. Premier Automotive in North Liberty. The Oxyoke Inn in the Amanas. Streets Maintenance. Dr. Lance Forbes Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids. And Big Dog Tech Solutions. Here's Tom Suter and from Hawkfanatic.com, Pat Harty.
Yeah, I'm sorry I was away from my TV last night. How'd the Hawkeye women do?
They did not well.
Not well.
Not good at all.
No, I lied. I watched it. Yeah, it wasn't good.
See, I thought you put me on the spot there. I was like, God, can I lie to him on the radio? I think enough people would know I'm not telling the truth. So
No, it was not good.
If I would have lied and said, oh, it went real well, you would have corrected me, right, Captain?
Yeah, because
you would have brought us back to reality.
Then I would have said I lied.
It sucked.
I was watching it and posted something right when the game ended. I'm like, boy, I bet a lot of people are going to read this. And as I posted, it was like 10:15. But I was telling you, USC outscored Iowa 55-27 in the first and third quarters. That was the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Iowa outscored them 18-11. USC scored 11 points in the fourth quarter and still won by 12. Think about that. I mean, it was over.
Well, which would have been fine if we'd scored 25.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, I'll give Jan. Jan said, give them credit. They were hungry and desperate. They were best 3 and 6 Big Ten team. I would say.
God, I thought they were. I was impressed.
And she said that Iowa played on its heels from the very beginning, as it did. I mean, Iowa was just passive, tentative. Hannah with 1 rebound, but to me, it was just. I thought USC. I mean, they shot well. Don't get me wrong, but I was amazed at how much more athletic they seemed to be at almost every position. I mean, Ava's quickness, I think, would counter, but they looked so much quicker at.
They were, and they attacked.
And they attacked.
And they were successful.
Yeah, it just didn't feel good from the very beginning, did it?
No, and, Hannah's just got to stay in the game. She has got to.
When I know I'm not as concerned with her. There's going to be games where you just sometimes don't rebound. There's enough other players. I just think Hannah needs to score more.
Yeah, she does, but one rebound after getting 15.
That is unusual, but I sometimes you're going to have that. It just happens sometimes, you know? And she ends up, but to me, where they really, I mean, Journey ended up having 8 rebounds, right?
Yes.
She ended up kind of taking some of that.
She did. Journey played well.
Journey was their best player.
She was.
She kind of filled those rebounds that Hannah wasn't getting, and she kind of played the role that.
Our guards weren't very good.
The guards weren't, but I just think Hannah needs to get them more than 10 points. I think.
I agree.
As a senior, I just think they need to get 16 to 20 points a game from her, and she gets 18. See what happens.
Yeah.
They win, but no, this game was doomed from the beginning. I mean. Addie Deal just did not. She never really found a rhythm.
She looked not 1 step slow, but 2 steps slow.
Yeah, but I also say that's because USC looked fast.
Well, they are.
Was it more Addie looked slow or USC looked fast?
I think both.
I was just, when I was watching this game, I'm like, Jesus, they can't keep any of these players in front of them.
Well, but Ohio State is so fast and
but
quick,
not
too.
That fast. I watched Ohio State. I was there, as you were. They're fast, don't get me wrong, but that 6'6" center for Ohio State wasn't fast.
No,
USC just everywhere was just so athletic. They weren't as skilled as Iowa, maybe in some spots, but they were skilled enough. And when the one girl, the transfer, got hot, she had 25. But like I was telling you, I was amazed at how much quicker they seemed to be at all 5 positions when you're out on the court, not just the 2 scores. It just seemed from top to bottom.
No, I agree.
Hello.
Hello. Do you think not having Taylor McCabe in there at the beginning helped them not start very well?
I mean,
speculation.
Yeah, I mean, it's speculation, but I guess you could meet that theory since, she's a. But there's been games where Taylor was struggling and Iowa still played well. I mean, she's a missing. Don't get me wrong, because I was telling Tom, even when she's not playing well, she's still going to maybe get you 1 to 3 or 4 3-pointers a game, and she's playing good defense. Yeah, but to me, they all should be able to play the defense. I mean, I think Stremlow can be as good a defender as Taylor McCabe if she just does it. I mean, Stremlow has moments of greatness, and then other times she does things like
she's still careless.
Well,
sometimes.
she's careless with the ball. She's trying to be too imaginative. But no, that was just like you said, Tom. That was just a butt kicking.
It was.
I mean, they just got their butts kicked, and I mean,
and it happens.
It happens. It doesn't happen to UConn, but it happens to most
Do you
teams.
think Stokey tries too hard, and that's why he gets fouled in there, or she fouls in there?
No, I think all the players try hard.
But she was out of there in 2 minutes.
Her
She had
game,
2 fouls.
her game hasn't. I mean, she's really athletic, great rebounder, but her offensive game really has not evolved that much. Is it fair to say? She still scores
100%.
She still scores her baskets most the same way she did as a freshman and sophomore.
And she hasn't been able to develop that elbow shot that she has to because every team is giving her that shot.
And Ava's starting to show signs with hers.
She is.
Ava's starting to show. Still inconsistent, but Hannah hardly takes it. But no, that was just a beat down at pretty much every position.
Well, and then USC was hitting their threes.
Yeah, they were, and they were open for a lot.
They were wide open.
Wide open. I mean,
Wide
they
open.
reverse the ball and make a couple dribble fakes, and boom, rise, shoot, open, three.
How many threes did we have?
Not enough.
I got it on my phone.
Hey, all right.
That's true.
Well, we didn't have. I don't know. I don't know the number, but we weren't filling it up. I know Stram had a couple in the first half. Kylie had a couple in the first half.
Okay, Iowa from three.
Wright had some.
Iowa was 7 of 21 from three. Stremlow 3 of 8. Chit Chat 2 of 6. Fierback 2 of 4. Hayden, of course, didn't take any threes. Stokey, of course, didn't take any threes.
So 33% from three.
Mulaney was 0 for 2 from 3. Oh, Mulaney, they gave her a chance. She took 4 shots. One of them almost rolled in. I was hoping it would.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, I think she needs to see the ball go in, obviously. And then rebounding. Let's see. What's amazing?
We out-rebounded them.
Well, I mean, it's weird. Stokey had 1 rebound, and yet Iowa finished with 43 rebounds.
Yeah,
so that
we
really,
out-rebounded them by a bunch.
Well, Hayden had 8. Stremlow had 5. Houston had 8. Mulaney had 3 rebounds while she was in there. Chit-Chat had 7. So that's kind of where Hannah's rebound was. So rebounding really wasn't the issue.
No, it was not.
Iowa did have, 13 turnovers. USC had
5 turnovers.
USC only had 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
That was a huge part of the game because I've seen them turn
Points
the ball
off
over.
turnovers were just massive. I think like 19 for USC.
And what's crazy is USC only made 10 of 27 threes.
So just barely better than us.
They were
percentage-wise.
37%, yes. And they were 9 of 14 from the free throw line and got out-rebounded by 11 and still won. Now, they did impressively assist on 23 of their 31 baskets.
And that's good.
They just were in a rhythm last night.
I was impressed by USC, and I didn't think that they were that athletic. I should have known.
I hadn't paid enough attention, but I could tell, too. I'm like, wow, this team's way more athletic than I thought. But I still kept thinking skill's going to eventually take over, and they were also more skilled than I thought.
Well, I mean, Jazzy was the number 1 recruit, and she looked
I mean, the
good.
USC men are more athletic than the Iowa men.
They are.
But Iowa men are a better team.
We almost lost.
That was not. They did. But still, I mean, I thought Iowa. I just think Iowa men are better than the USC. Whereas with the Iowa women, and who knows where USC women are going to be by the end of the season? They maybe.
I think they've had. I think their schedule eases up. They're going to move up in the Big Ten standings. I don't think.
I mean,
there's
what are
any
they?
question.
They're 4-6 right now. If they get to 500 or better, they're probably in the tournament. That's a team that could be dangerous in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
What do you think UCLA is going to do against us?
Win.
Yeah.
But I would have said that even if Iowa won by
We did say that.
10 last night. Yeah, no, but now there'll be more fans in the stands at UCLA, so shouldn't that work well for Iowa?
Sure.
Well,
they said that was a 10,000 gym, and it wasn't full.
And that's
it wasn't.
It was empty, but that's supposedly
It was
hurt.
empty.
There's a narrative out there that may have hurt Iowa.
Well, that's insane.
And do you think we can beat Minnesota wrestlers tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
So you got all your answers.
Yep. Iowa will beat Minnesota in wrestling. If they don't, then it's not going to be.
No, it ain't going to be.
That ain't going to be good.
All.
Minnesota's not very good.
It'll be a bad weekend.
They're going to beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
They're going to beat Minnesota.
Okay.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Well, the man ending up pulling out that game saved it from being just a horrible stretch for the
That's true, and I kind of forgot that game did come back down to one because Iowa was in control there at the end, and then
why did that guy foul? Why did they foul?
I mean, well, they were. I don't. Iowa was getting.
That's the only way.
Well, see, I just thought they were going to trap Sturts to force him to pass the ball with the clock winding down. Sturts was going to pass the ball to Alvaro, and then they fouled him, and they clearly fouled him as if they thought they were behind.
It was strange.
I mean, they were ahead by a point. I don't know why the clock was on their side. And judging by the way Eric Musselman went absolutely insane, and I guess he went insane in the hallway. I heard they said it was just F-bombs left and right going up the tunnel. And see,
after the game?
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear it, but other people, they said I think he was mad not at the officials. It was clearly a foul. It almost looked intentional, didn't it?
Oh, it did.
And that's what Ben kind of theorized, that they must have thought they were behind.
Because he was ready to take a timeout.
And they must have thought that they were behind, which is incredible. They were ahead by a point. I mean, it was 72-71, and I was like, what is going on? And he made his free throws, and I thought he would, too. I was glad it was Sturts, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad it was Sturts taking those free throws, because I just had a feeling he would make them. But, no, that was as much a good win as it was avoiding what would have been a pretty bad loss.
It would have. Yes.
No disrespect to USC, but Iowa had that game. They just almost let it slip away. It's good, though, that they did. They still had that win, but it didn't really end on a great note. Cam Woods was incredible.
And, his story is amazing. In December, he wasn't even with the team.
Well, and he's been at 5 different schools, or 4. But that's
scored 25 points this season.
That's really not that amazing, though, anymore. Nothing's amazing anymore. There should be. This guy's been at 8 schools. Okay, well, this guy's playing. He's 27. He's been. There's just no. There's so many of these stories going around now. I mean,
but he had 25 points in the whole season going into that game. What did he get against us? 34.
Yeah, and he had 6 at halftime. There was no reason to think that he was going to do anything that unusual, but he just got hot, and it just goes to show you.
Why did he keep getting open to the same spot?
Because he had 25 points coming in.
He wasn't in the scout?
Well, he was in the scout, but he obviously wasn't a priority. And, Tom, these guys are good players.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they can do things on their own. They get hot. They get in zones. These guys are all really good players. I mean, if you're playing basketball at USC, you're a good player. You've been good. You were good in high school. This guy's been good at a lot of different levels of college. He got hot. Iowa kind of just seemed a little overwhelmed by his emergence during that time. Now, he could go out this next game. It wouldn't surprise me if he scores 5 points.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, it happens, though. That's kind of how this game is. I mean, look at Addy Deal. Scores 20.
And look good doing it.
And then this game scores 0. I mean, so it's consistency is what have I read? Consistency is the final step to stardom. If you can show all these flashes, but until you do it consistently, you don't become a star. I mean, the beauty of Caitlin rarely had a bad game, and if she had a bad game by her standards, like I remember she had a bad game at Maryland one time, didn't she? And didn't Ohio State at times kind of get under her a little bit, and she didn't have a great game against Creighton in the NCAA tournament. But she still had numbers that any other normal
eye-popping numbers,
but not to her standards. But she always came back. She never had bad to bad. That was the beauty of Caitlin. Beyond just all her logo, was her consistency. It was just unbelievable consistency.
Yeah, loved watching her play. Still love watching her play.
Yeah, and I think last night was an eye-opener that Iowa's maybe not – obviously they're not as good as maybe we thought they were. This was kind of, okay, yep, you've got off to you're only one of 2 teams to ever be 9-0 in Big Ten play. But, no, it's over now. You got to regroup. And it was maybe something that they can benefit from. It's unfortunate, I think, that they have to play UCLA the next game there. But again, there's going to be more fans in the stands, and that could help Iowa because there was, I guess, the low energy in the gym last night. It was being tossed around that maybe that hurt Iowa.
That's just nonsense.
To me, if I'm a visiting team, wouldn't you kind of want less fans there?
I would think so.
To try to, to take. I mean, it did seem pretty empty in there, but I will say the fans that were there were cheering because they had a lot to cheer about. But the announcers, it was. What do you think of the announcers?
I thought they were absolutely miserable. That is, if it's not the worst announcing team I've ever heard, it's a heartbeat away.
It's one level.
He's never heard me and Ray.
Slightly one
yes, I
level.
have.
He's never heard me and Ray on a 10:15 on a Friday night.
Yes, I have.
In June.
They weren't as bad as some BTN Plus.
I just said to Pat earlier, I
You
said,
did.
I saw they were worse than some of the BTN Plus announcers.
But aren't those college kids
yes.
trying to find their way, and you guys are
Yes.
just ripped? They're kids.
Most of them. But they had I
Leave the
watched,
kids alone.
when I had BTN Plus, I watched one where they had to be in their 70s.
Oh, well.
And I mean, you could hear
Guys,
the
look-
one guy's false teeth.
What about
clicking.
us?
Huh?
What about us?
We're young. We're young at heart. I'm still.
We got a caller, man.
Still-
We're gonna make
Well,
this
this will clarify any points that we haven't touched on already.
right now. This
Good
caller.
morning.
Hello.
Good morning. I'm here to clarify. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I was at the game last night, and it was actually a great crowd. I was really surprised. And a lot of Iowa people, but then maybe halfway into the first quarter, it was just I called last year to say how few people were at the men's game.
Uh-huh.
I bet that there were 3 or 4 times as many people at the game last night.
Were they
So
US? Were there a lot of Iowa fans there?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of Iowa fans there.
Okay.
But I was just amazed at the USC turnout, especially because of their record.
Well, Iowa is number 8 in the country and undefeated, so that
would
may have
think
brought
that
some.
would be
Oh,
fun.
no, I meant the USC fans. So Iowa was like there are a lot of Iowa fans. I don't know for sure. I'd guess there was something like 2,000, 3,000 Iowa fans. My
Wow.
guess is maybe like 6,000 of USC fans. It wasn't as packed like the Iowa women's game, but
Yeah.
for a USC game, I was amazed how many people came out, both
Oh.
for USC and for Iowa.
That's just weird because Chad was the only one who covered it for them. He went out. He actually he's got more from Jan. She thought the players were a little thrown off by the very empty feel of the Galen Center. Actually, might prefer a bigger crowd at UCLA on Sunday.
That's strange. So,
Wait, I don't get that.
so you
felt
thought
we
there were 8,000 people there?
Here's her quote.
I was thinking there were 7,000 to 8,000 because I think the place holds like.
Here's her
10 or
quote.
11.
I felt like we started out a little bit quiet, and I think that it's odd for a team that plays in front of a lot of people, but we did not handle the environment. I think we needed to use that to our advantage a little bit, playing for all the folks back home that really come out and support us. But I thought we were just really as quiet as the gym was to start the game.
Well, in the beginning, it was mainly Iowa people, and there wasn't a lot to cheer for in the very beginning. But then about halfway through the first quarter, it really filled up with USC people.
Huh, interesting.
Well, it did. What time did it start out there?
So six
o'clock. Yeah,
Out here.
yeah. Iowa's
And
sometimes get.
That makes sense.
That's just weird that would be a talking point after hearing to somebody who was at the game.
That's
So
nonsense.
you're saying there was 8,000 to 9,000 people there?
I'm thinking if it holds about 10 or 11, I think there are at least 7.
Okay.
7.
See,
maybe
I
even
never would
8,000
have imagined
there.
that.
But weren't they have upper decks there, don't they?
They do.
And weren't those empty?
Not that. No, not as. Not. So I was going in there thinking it'd be like the men's game last year, where
Yeah.
it was like a tomb. There was nobody there. It was shocking how many people were there.
Huh.
last night.
Wow. Okay.
Really surprising.
Makes that talking point even stranger, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes it wrong. Well, it was wrong to begin with. But.
I could be the wrong one. I may be.
Well, no, thanks for sharing that.
No,
I
that's
know.
great.
That's great to hear. I mean, and do I assume, will the UCLA, do they play before sellouts? I don't
think so.
Yeah, UCLA. The guy I was with at the game last night got season tickets to UCLA so that they could see the game this Sunday. And he said every game is pretty much sold out.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess that should help Iowa to be live and distracting.
I guess if you have the number 2 team in the country and only one loss,
and a
you're
mean,
It was cool. It was cool how many people for Iowa were there. I was talking
Yeah.
to people.
that
like,
doesn't really
who
surprise me.
came
No.
in from Vegas, and it was just really neat. There were a lot of people who come in to see both games.
well, they didn't leave happy.
So,
No,
did you ever consider making one of these?
No.
Because I'll tell you what, LA
expensive.
seems to bring out the worst in Iowa Hawkeye athletics, doesn't it?
Boy,
Does anything ever good happen to Iowa and LA?
The Holiday Bowl against USC
But that's
6 years
that's
ago.
San Diego.
7. Oh, that's true.
That's San Diego. L.A. is where other Evie. L.A. was afraid
Alex
of Evie.
Karras was treated
Evie.
well
That was Evie.
in Hollywood.
Evie was the only one that can tame L.A.
L.A., where Hawkeye teams go to die.
Other than Evie's.
Kind of sad.
I think, like in the late '80s, the Iowa men's basketball team won a couple of games in the tournament there. Like in the first
I'm going to go
rounds.
double check that.
I think.
Well, I'll double check. Yeah.
Like Long Beach or something.
Okay. Well, that's not technically L.A., but it's close. It's in the area. But yeah, L.A. just.
Okay, I'm going to sign off. I just want to say I could be off on the numbers, but there had to be 4 or 5.
Okay. Well, yeah. Obviously,
right.
you were there,
You were
and you
there
saw a lot
last
of
year.
people there.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Okay.
Thanks,
Yep.
Joe.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, it's just weird that they're talking about a quiet, kind of lazy environment, and then he's saying it was actually surprisingly energized.
Hello.
Good morning. I don't want to question that gentleman, but I'm looking on ESPN, and it says the attendance was 4,303.
Well, he just said before he hung up, he goes, didn't he just say, he goes, I could be wrong. It could have been maybe 4 or 5, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, 4,000 still more than I thought that was there in the.
Because I said to Ann when the game started, I said, man, that place is empty. Look at all those empty seats there. And those were the good seats.
Yeah. And yeah, no, I'm just he was there. I don't know why he would call in and
Well, maybe from where he was sitting, where everywhere he looked, there were people.
Well, if you took the drapes and Carver and put 4,000 in there, that lower second would look somewhat.
Yep.
Yeah. So maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. I just was weird
And
that.
Mr. Suter, those announcers had to have been the worst announcers I've ever heard in my life.
I know. I just absolutely couldn't believe how bad they were. And it had nothing to do.
So worse than.
I'm sorry.
Worse.
They said one more time, upset. There's going to be an upset one more time. Every time. There's going to be a possible upset here. There's going to be a possible. I'm like, if you say that one more time.
Okay, now that's true in a way, but we were only favored by 1.5 points.
And after a while, when you're down by like 19, yes, the upset thing is out there. You don't need to keep reminding. I get you. But see, I didn't even pay attention to it. I had the volume sort of down because I was trying to write stuff and watch the stat. I had the stat box right in front of me. And so, yeah, it was.
I think it's safe to say that USC is better than their record, and maybe we're not quite as good as
I think that's fair to
ours.
say. I think that's fair to say.
Let's go Hawks.
Okay.
Hawks.
And again, I'm surprised that there were 4,400 people there. I didn't think there were that many.
I mean, NBC. Did you watch it on Peacock or on?
I watched it on NBC. I keep
going.
going. Every time I keep thinking I have to go to Peacock, it's on NBC.
I watched it on Peacock.
Okay.
And
You didn't have to. It was on NBC.
well, I didn't have to, but I did.
Peacock's got better picture.
Well, at the start of it, it looked like a 1970s basketball game. There was something wrong with the resolution.
Oh, really?
And then I turned off the TV, went back to it, and it was crystal
Man, when
clear.
Peacock's working, it is crystal clear. Their picture's amazing.
Yeah.
And it seems closer, too, for some reason. But now it's just interesting how we got different perspectives on the. That was Joe. He seemed like he was pleasantly surprised by the energy. And I will say, the 4,300 or whatever, even if there was only half of them were USC fans, they had a lot to cheer about in that game.
Well, they did.
But then Iowa fans also had, when Iowa made runs, I mean, Iowa sort of won the second and fourth quarters.
Yeah.
They cut it to 43 to 37 at halftime, and they were only down by 6 at half. I'm like, yeah, they're going to come back.
We got a good
but
chance.
then the third quarter was just all USC.
All I know is I missed Law and Order SVU for it.
But yeah, now I wished I would have listened to the announcers.
Well, the
more.
third quarter, we cut it to 3, and then they scored like 17 straight points or something.
Yeah, 21-2 run.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It just.
And there was a stretch there where Journey Houston was about the only player for Iowa doing anything.
Yeah.
And but you ask about the rebounds though. She and Chit Chat combined for 15 rebounds. There's Hannah's rebound. They took Hannah's rebounds away.
Yep,
And something like that, Tom, could be the way the ball bounced. There's just a lot of different things. I'm not worried about Hannah's rebounding again, and I don't want to put too much pressure on her, but she's got to get them more than 10 points, I think, as a senior. And especially now with Taylor out. It's going to be interesting to see three-point shooting.
Well, the guards have to pick it up.
Yeah, and Stremlow, at times, she can't miss from 3. Other times, she can't hit from 3. Chit-Chat's been pretty consistent, but I also don't think that they're better off with Chit-Chat as a high-volume shooter scorer at point guard. I think they're better with her getting you 12 to 14, but also getting you 5 to 6 assists.
Probably so.
But I'm not sure if there's enough consistent three-point. Okay, who would you say other than Chit Chat right now is a reliable three-point shooter now that Taylor's out?
I'll tell you what I said to Ann at halftime. I said if Taylor Stremlo is your go-to three-point shooter, you're in trouble.
And that right now,
that's what in the first half.
Chit Chat's their go-to three. She's their better, but she's also their distributor. The ball's in her hands a lot, and teams are going to start taking steps to take away that three. And yeah, but Stremlo, I mean, okay, your option.
In the first half, she was great.
She scored 11 points, and she scored like 9 points. But
then she didn't score again.
Then she didn't because USC adjusted, started playing her different off pick and rolls and what have you. Teams do that, then it's up to you to adjust again. But that's her game too. She's really inconsistent.
Yeah.
There's at times where she looks like the best player on their team. So there's other times you're like, why the hell did she do that?
Where did that come from?
I mean, she throws some passes that Caitlin wouldn't even have tried, But the thing is, okay, let's go down the list of take Chit Chat out of the occasion because let's say Chit Chat's going to start being doubled. They're taking her three away. Who are your options? Kylie Feuerbach. How much do you trust her?
Not much.
Addie Deal.
Not at all.
Taylor Stremlo.
Up and down.
Tegan Mulaney.
I think I've seen her in one game, in an exhibition game, score 18 points, and I've never seen it since.
Callie Levine.
Haven't seen her enough, but I haven't been impressed with her outside shooting.
So that's
I like her energy, though.
That's 5 guards I just named off there, and then Taylor's the 6th. And, of course, Emily Rodriguez, but her strength wasn't three-point shooting. So even you could throw her in there, win her if she ever does come back and play. And then who am I missing? Obviously you don't have Ava Hayden shooting threes, Layla Hayes, Hannah Stolke, Journey Houston hasn't shown any ability to make threes. I'll tell you what, though. She
can shoot from the elbow.
A little bit. She's got to get better. That's the
She has to get better.
She's already got this knack for rebounding. She's already shown that she can be really good at this level. She understands angles, and she understands how the ball bounces off the rim on certain shots. A lot of that's just gifted.
Yep.
She's got to get better at scoring. She's got to get better at shooting. Because teams are going to adjust to her, too. Most of her points are scored off offensive rebounds, drives to the basket on pick and rolls or back doors. They're going to start making her do the 8 to 15-foot elbow jumper. She's going to have to start making those. That's the next part of the evolution process. Stolke's been sort of hit and miss on that, no pun intended.
Hello.
How's the girl doing that transferred that guard? Where'd she go last year?
Who?
We need a name.
The one that was from the Quad Cities, too, or right over in there.
Oh, Aaliyah Guyton?
Last I had heard the Iowa guys talking about her, saying she wasn't playing a ton.
She was injured for a while, but she's. I saw her play a little the other night. She's not a starter.
And they're pretty good.
They are pretty good.
Yeah.
And then my last question is, if the Drapes are ever put down again at Iowa, do you think it'll be for the men's game or the women's?
Hopefully neither.
Yeah, they never did that for the men.
No.
They
could have done that for Lick and put them down to about the second row.
And sadly at the end of Fran, some of those games too. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But no, if they did the Drapes now, they'd have big Caitlin logos on them. They'd roll them down. It'd be
John Deere,
Caitlin, John Deere, and it'd be a bunch of way to endure. No, hopefully we won't go back to that. The women did that for years.
Yeah,
Megan Gustafson is the one who started to end that. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, last night was just a unfortunate step backwards. But again, it just didn't feel right from the begining.
I mean, frustrating.
I was looking at USC's team and looking at their accolades and stuff, 5-star player, blah, 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 blah. And I said, man, these guys sound good. How in the world are they 3-6 in the conference? Well, it happens.
Yeah, and like you said, they were close in a couple games. Let's say you win those 2 games against good teams. Next thing, you're 5-4, and you look at them completely different.
Yeah.
So, no, they're a team that's been close. Maybe this will be one of those get over the hump. But let's see. I don't know who USC plays. This will look even worse though if USC goes and lays an egg at North. You know what I mean?
Loses by 17 to Northwestern.
Hopefully they'll build on this win to make Iowa's loss look a little better. But Iowa just didn't. I don't want to say I hate the way you're not ready to play. But
that's what it looked like.
But I like saying on your heels, because if you're saying you're on your heels, that's because USC did something on the court that made you that way. When you say you're not ready to play, that's just mind games. Every team.
Well, they looked great last night.
Every team, though, and I don't. the other one that's even worse is when they say one team wanted it more than the other. I just have never.
I don't get
That
it.
is stupid. Every team wants it the same,
Yeah.
don't they?
Well,
no
yeah.
team wants it more than the other.
No.
I mean,
I don't understand that whole.
I've never understood that one. I remember, a couple of times, why do you think we want it more than them? And
Next
shut
up.
up. Quit asking questions.
All right, USC women. Rutgers.
Watch them lose by 40.
Rutgers win. At Northwestern, win.
Okay, so then Tom, they're 6-6.
That's
they're,
right.
They're back in the NCAA tournament.
Okay,
Just with that.
I think they'll get there.
Yeah, assuming they do win those two games.
Okay, then at Illinois, I'm going to say loss.
I'm going to say loss.
6-7. Indiana at USC 7-7.
Indiana they're 0-9 or 10 in the conference. They're terrible.
So we got them at 7-7. Wisconsin at USC
8-7.
8-7. At Ohio State
8-8.
probably. At Penn State 9-8.
9-8.
And UCLA at USC
9-9. They'll be in, I think, at 9-9.
They will be in,
and they could go win a couple games at the tournament.
Yes,
so
they could.
no, their season is far from over. Last night could be like
that was a catalyst.
Now,
maybe
those two games you just mentioned, the next two games. Watch them. If they lose one of those two, then I say to myself that was.
Well, and we just went through their schedule.
Yeah, if they lose one of those next two though that look very winnable, then that's when I say to myself, man, that was just sort of a bad night for Iowa because this USC team is really up and down. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. No, I've never thought Iowa was going to win Sunday. And nothing that happened last night would have changed that, good or bad.
No, no.
And I don't feel any less about their chances just because they laid an egg at USC. I still think they're going to play better against UCLA just because teams usually do. Now, UCLA may be so good that where Iowa plays better and they still lose by 8-12 that's probably what I think is going to happen.
Probably.
Yeah. And I'm sure UCLA coach, what's her name, Carrie Close?
Yeah.
I'm sure she's going to remind her girls that they almost lost it in Carver last year. That game was close.
It was, and I think this team is every bit as good as they were last year, Iowa.
Oh, I think they're
in some ways better.
In some ways better, but the thing is, with Lucy, you always had, even when she didn't play well, she still got you 14 to 20 points a game.
And she was always able to get into the lane.
Yeah, Lucy was the one constant last year. This team doesn't have a one constant scorer. I mean, Hayden is becoming
Hayden's
that.
Close.
But I'd rather have it be someone who has the ball in their hands a lot more.
Yep.
And that's always been the case for Iowa in years. I mean, Iowa's always been good both inside and out, but they're best with Caitlin, of course, Kathleen Doyle, Sam Logic. I mean, all the way back to usually a guard is their best player and oftentimes their best scorer, and that's not the case.
No.
Chit Chat's showing signs, but to me, I just think that's putting too much pressure on Chit Chat if she all of a sudden needs to get them 15 to 20 points a game now that Taylor's out. I think others have to step up, and Chit Chat needs to just keep doing what she's doing. They need Stremlow and Deal to become way more consistent. Not putting it on just those two players, but those two players. Feuerbeck is what she is. She made a three. She'll make you an occasional three at times. She'll sometimes erupt for 12 to 16 points.
She'll give you a great defensive
always
effort.
Great defense, good passer, decent ball handler, but there's going to be games where she just doesn't do much offensively.
No, that's not her strength.
There's going to be a lot of games like that. So, yeah, but I like the fact that Jan said you got to credit USC, put us on our heels.
And you do.
And, yeah, she didn't really make any excuses other than the crowd, but I think that was presented to her, and she said, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, we needed more people in the stands. So, but no, like I said, I didn't even think there were 4,400 like that. What the guys are 43. I thought there were less than that.
Well, if it seats around 10, that would be
about half full. And probably most of them were down.
Yeah.
And Joe did make it sound like it was a late arriving crowd. So maybe when the game did start, there were only about 2,000 in the arena.
That's probably true.
But like I said, I never would have imagined that as a possible reason why you didn't play well, because the other home team didn't have enough.
Because we're used to playing in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, but there's a lot of arenas in the. I mean, I looked Indiana's game. That place looked empty. Empty. I mean, that program has dropped so fast. Indiana 3 years ago was right there competing head to head with Caitlin in front of packed houses there. And now it's just empty.
Great rivalry. God, with Mackenzie Holmes and
I mean, Iowa's demise fan-wise took a little time. It's amazing how quickly it can happen with women's basketball.
Cardano, Hillary Clinton, remember her?
Yeah, now I have to listen to her as a Although she sounded like Keith Jackson apparently compared to these people last
Howard
night.
Cosell.
I mean, I did not pay any attention to the announcers last night, but you guys are making it sound like it was like Sling Blade and Billy Babbitt.
Do you think Caitlin's joining that network?
Oh, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
I want her to be
But do
angry. Do you want an angry Caitlin announcer? Just ripping the officials?
What about ripping
or
the
ripping
other
the players?
I don't think she'd do that.
I would have scored 50 against that team.
Yeah, I want her to
ripping the announcers.
I want her to rip the announcers, the officials, and everything.
I want her to get out like our guy Shoop did years ago. Just get out of the box.
Confront the coach.
Go down there and confront the coach.
That's still, you can say whatever you want about me not wanting to be there. That I never lowered myself. Because you know why? I never cared enough to do that.
Shoop was excitable.
Why would he care enough to do that?
Especially when the coach...
It's Larry Brown. He won
Larry Brown.
Yeah, he coached Tim Dwight and won a bunch of state titles, and KCJJ Color Man is in his face.
I apologized to him 14 times over in one conversation.
You're done.
And I said, the guy is done. We're never going to have him again. And he would not forgive us.
Oh, well.
And rightfully so.
So were you doing play-by-play when that happened?
No.
No.
Who was the play-by-play guy?
Wasn't it
Eric Tomei?
Or Terry Mullenbrook, maybe?
No, I think it was Eric.
Oh, Terry did play-by-play for you guys?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I thought Eric was only there for 1 year.
Didn't he move to Arizona?
Okay, maybe it was Terry.
I think it was Terry. If Terry's listening, he can call and either confirm or deny.
Now, Eric, what was Eric's relationship with Jerry Full? Was that the guy who used to do the stats for, the...
Oh, I know who Jerry Full is.
I used to fly in his air.
He's an engineer, wasn't he?
Well, he also had his own plane, because I remember a couple times when I worked at the Press Citizen, I flew on his engine, his Cessna from Columbus, Ohio, and we literally flew home at like 4,000 in cold weather. And it was just wild. I mean,
he was in my class,
and it was much cheaper. So the Press Citizen loved it.
Wasn't he the engineer?
Yes.
Was he here?
The radio, and he also
not
didn't
here.
KXIC.
KXIC.
Didn't he own Lynn Street Cafe?
That I don't know.
I thought he had a share in KXIC too.
That I don't know.
But yeah, Jerry was a good guy. I remember flying in his plane. It was wild.
He was a good guy.
Pitch night, really cold, because we'd leave about 11 after the game, after the press conferences and all that stuff. And I just remember flying in that plane all the way home from Ohio and it was loud and sort of cold, but it was interesting.
And you weren't scared?
Not really. No, I mean I knew he was.
Would you be now?
You could have been the Big Bopper.
Yeah, I guess I could have. I guess I didn't even think about it because he was pretty. He was a pretty accomplished pilot, and I knew he took really good care of his plane, and he'd done it a ton of times.
Yeah.
I just remember that just kind of popped into my mind. And
did you ask him if he had enough gas?
Oh yeah, he always all that stuff was because he used to just fly himself.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But I remember we flew pretty low the whole way home. It was clear. I saw lights the whole way, on the ground. And when you're in a air, when you're in a jet, you kind of forget. But it was just so weird being able to look down. Oh, hey, there's Evansville. Just the whole way home. And instead of a 9-hour drive, it literally took us about 2 hours to fly home.
Hello.
Quick question: was Gene Clausen part of that flight?
For the one that I remember, it was me and a couple reporters, and there was one time it was just me and Jerry. I don't remember Gene Clausen ever. He didn't do it with me. He was before my time. Who did he work for, Tom?
KXIC.
Okay, wasn't he before? When
he was their announcer for years.
So when though? I mean,
60s, 70s, early 70s.
I thought he had a part of that station too.
So by the time I arrived in the 90s, he was gone, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. I didn't know. Did you know, Gene?
Sure.
Did he own the station?
He owned part of it, yes.
Okay.
Did you know him?
No.
See, all those guys used to come over to our house after some of the games and have cocktail parties and stuff. Yeah.
My parents used to do that with high school coaches and stuff and teachers that they Friday and Saturday nights, man. My parents still hung out with people they grew up with in their neighborhood all the way until they died. They hung up with like my mom had two of her best friends when they got married. Those three couples they hung out together for the rest of their lives. And Friday nights were always they'd go to each other's homes and they'd have like dinner and cocktails, and they did that all the time for years, and just had a blast doing it.
No, Gene Clausen, did he do those games? Did he do them with Spank Broder? Am I remembering
Spank
that?
Broder?
Am I remembering that right, or am I making that up?
I don't know. I just knew that he did the games and that he owned a good chunk of kicks, I see.
Okay, that's fine, but why Spank? Why was he called Spank?
Well, maybe he was kinky.
Well, I mean,
we don't know.
Do you know why he was called Spank, Captain?
Yeah, the monkey.
Spank the monkey.
I mean, that is probably would be my first choice for a nickname.
Spank?
Spank Soboroff. What do you think of that?
Captain Spank.
His name was Spank, though, and he didn't mind people calling it.
Spank.
He didn't mind being called Spank?
No, everyone
was it
called him
short
Spank.
for Spanky?
Probably.
That's probably what it was. So should we take a break?
I think we should.
It's 10 till. I've been trying to get Haluska said he's just been he's going to try to come on Wednesday. He said he was too busy today, too busy on money. Doesn't have any time for us.
He's going to have a new Fed chair.
Well, he's got to prepare for that.
Yeah.
Yes. But he said he's going to try, hopefully be able to come on next Wednesday. But he said today he's just super busy. Money. He's being driven by the financial force out there.
We'll be back.
Okay.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember,
don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
For a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, Harty and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Harty and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Harty and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HartyandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
When someone is kind enough to share their time with us, we better make it worth their while.
They don't want to do people call it the game, right?
Patrick Eads and Terry Adams of Dairy Brothers Ford talk about what here for you means to them.
You don't have to spend a half a day in our dealership to get that good competitive price. We just want to try to deliver that to you up front.
And that makes me feel good, makes me proud.
Because that's what people want. They want a fair, honest deal.
As far as a statement here for you, we want to not just say it, but live it.
Find out what it means to you at Dairy Ford in Iowa City.
Hi, this is Tiffany at Senior Benefits. Are you confused with Medicare questions, anything having to do with Medicare? I take care of all Medicare customers, people under 65. I also do life insurance, long-term care, cancer insurance. I'm here to help you navigate any questions that you may be having or frustrations and anxiety that you may have with Medicare or insurance in general. Give me, Tiffany Rao, a call at 319-631-4795.
GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit suples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246. When you go to a family restaurant, you want 3 things. 1, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. 2, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And 3, you want to be treated like family. You get all 3 at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. Daily specials at each location, and no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at MidtownFamily.com. The family's waiting for you.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy, 20,000 square foot indoor facility, holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams is open to the public.
Our top-level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying hit a deer, call Premier for years. And it works. Deer divots and dings do damage, but Premier Auto will do right by you. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Do yourself a favor. When your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier. The deer don't like Premier, but you will. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Hit a deer? Call Premier.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 319-390-3703 or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
Dear U of I, just a note to let you know, if you're ever thinking about selling Kinnick Stadium or Carver Hawkeye Arena, please consider Hawkeye Title and Settlement. We're here to provide efficient, high-quality real estate title and closing services. Signed, Hawkeye Fan Forever, and send. Hi, this is Steve Anderson with Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Whether it's a large commercial property or if you're buying your first home, remember, we're here to help. Hawkeye Title and Settlement Services of Iowa City. You'll love our team just like you love the Hawks.
Hi, I'm Jim Street, owner of Streets Maintenance. As a licensed, insured, and bonded master plumber, I specialize in all plumbing repairs, including but not limited to water heater and sump pumps to toilet and faucet repairs and replacements. As an Iowa City native, I know how frustrating it can be when any part of your plumbing system breaks down. That's why I only use trusted brands and quality materials. I offer same-day, next-day service coupled with a fair price. I also offer general services to mobile homes. For more information about my business, I'm online at streetsmaintenance.com and Facebook, or give me a call at 400-4483. 400-4483.
Streets Maintenance. Honest plumbing at a fair price.
So the holiday season is winding down, and you know what that means. The dreaded chore of taking down the outdoor Christmas lights. The cold, the wind, the tangled cords, the burned out light strands. You can't wait to just shove them into a box and worry about them next year. Wouldn't you rather leave those lights up and customize them for different holidays all year long? Well, now you can with Illumalight's permanent outdoor lighting from Big Dog Tech. Illumalight's provides illumination for every occasion, holiday lighting, accent lights, security, and of course lighting for all your favorite sports. The Illumalight's app lets you create your own patterns with color, motion, brightness, and static control over every individual light, or use Big Dog's presets to transform your home or business. The professionally installed track system makes Illumalight's LEDs virtually disappear until you turn them on. Rated at 50,000 hours, you'll enjoy stress-free convenience for years to come. For more information about Illumalight's permanent outdoor lighting, go to BigDogTEK.net or give them a call at 319-395-0800. That's 319-395-0800.
You hungry? The Oxyokin Sunday Brunch Buffet offers so many choices of fresh entrees, homemade salads, waffles, omelets made to order, pastries, 3 tiers of desserts, and much more. Such a great value. You can always eat out, but not every place serves an experience. Serve 9 until 2. See you this Sunday. You'll always leave happy at the Oxyokin in the heart of Amana.
The Oxyokin.
From the Harty and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Harty and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Partly cloudy and still cold today. We'll get to around 14 this afternoon. The wind north at 10 to 20 will keep the wind chill factor below zero once again here through the day today. Tonight down to 2 above. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a little warmer. We'll get to 22, and we do have a little light snow in the works for late tomorrow night. And Sunday, less than an inch. Our high Sunday, 28. We're back to the 30s by next week. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Temperature now is 10.
KCJJ weather brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply, kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
To the studio. We're on the air.
It was you, right?
What is he talking to?
Mr. Suter is. Well, that's okay. Mr. Suter is confirming something with Mr. Bolingbrook on the phone right now.
Okay.
And I believe he's put him on hold. He has.
Okay. Everybody in there? You can talk.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Cappy. This is Terry. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
Okay, we were talking earlier, Terry, where when Shoop confronted Larry Brown on the field, and whether or not you remember exactly what happened. I thought that you were his broadcast partner. Is that correct?
That's correct, and I too do not recall the incident, but yeah, I do remember when he confronted Larry, and I can't remember what was over.
Well, I can't either.
Well, he didn't like a play that he called. I don't know. Brown called me the next morning.
Well, I think any high school coach would be pissed in that situation.
Yeah. He called
now,
me
whether you hold a grudge, that's different.
I heard him get. I mean, Terry, you said that Shoop's down on the field.
See, if that had been me, I would have been down there complaining to Larry about why do these games start at 8 o'clock. I don't care. I'm not going to question it. But why, Larry? Can't we get these to start at 7?
I'm sorry. I got to be news director here now. Terry, got to go do the big investigation here. So you're calling the game, and Shoop says what to you and gets up and leaves.
I don't. I think it was either
keep it clean
between quarters or the half. And he went down there and said something, because I don't think it was.
I mean, he'd tell you, I'm going to go talk to the coach. What did he say to you to let you know he was getting up to leave?
It was between quarters.
Okay.
Yeah. And, well, Shoop would say, hey, I got to go take a leak or whatever, go get something to eat. Or
got to go yell at the coach?
Yeah, I got to go yell at the coach.
Okay.
No, as I remember it, Terry, you said, well, my partner's going down on the field. That's what I remember.
Yeah, I remember that too. He didn't come back, and the next quarter started, and I'm going, where the heck is Shoop? And then I see him walking down.
Was this at Batesfield?
Yeah.
And what year are we talking
City
about?
High. And
what year?
Hey, Pat, and also the reason they used to start so late, because the sophomores would play at 5 o'clock.
Probably mid-'90s.
Trust me, Terry, I'm aware of that. I'm well aware of that. I pleaded for them to move the sophomore games to different days.
Late 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't do that anymore, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, you sounded confused that he went down there, and then the next morning, Saturday morning, he called up, and he wanted to talk to the owner, and usually
because the buck stops with you.
Well, usually I say, well, he's not in, but I apologized to him. I said, I heard it. I apologize. He just wouldn't accept the apology. I apologized like 14 times.
Oh, he never forgave KCJJ, ever?
No, never did.
No.
Well, he wouldn't participate in the booster club.
Maybe that's why Dwight came in and accused you and Lang of being fat. He was doing that for Larry Brown. They're close.
Wasn't that fat?
But I'm just saying. But you've said millions of times that he came in and harped on that.
Well, that's what he started.
Well, I'm just saying maybe
supposed to talk about.
Maybe in the back of his mind, he was defending his head
I
coach
don't
from,
think
from your people.
No, I don't think so.
You think, what was his motive, or do you think he was just trying to help you and Tommy, inspire you to?
I think so.
Because he cares about you.
But it pissed us off. Well, he's supposed to talk about.
Have a great
All right, Terry.
Thanks
for confirming stuff. Yeah.
He was supposed to talk about solar energy.
I know.
And instead, he starts off by saying, you guys are fat.
Were you listening, Tom?
I was here. He did not include me, however.
I'm going, we weren't in the studio. And I'm going, okay.
Did he ever get around to solar?
Not really.
He was concerned.
Well, it kind of went to hell after that. I mean, because he kept saying it.
He was concerned for you, too. He was trying to send out a beacon of hope and try to inspire you guys to better yourselves.
Yeah.
And now look how thin you are now. Tim Dwight deserves credit for that.
You're a wraith.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve credit.
So that was late 90s. That happened in the late.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and I assume that was his last game with you guys.
No,
I wouldn't assume that at all.
Yeah, we covered the game. City High was pissed off for a number of reasons.
Oh, you didn't get rid of him after that?
No, he finished out the year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought after confronting the coach that
I'm sure. No, we had to finish out the year because he had to do the games. But then after that, I don't believe he came back.
No, he didn't. But I mean, City High was also pissed off because the old ownership had a deal that City High paid him $5,000 a year to just do City High.
Wish City High pay your prep sports that. That'd be
But
great.
that was it. But we couldn't.
No, I was,
everybody else.
yeah, that's the thing too. I was kidding, of course. Now, if we could get all 7 of our schools to pay it, then we'd treat them all the same like we do. But no, that's a pipe dream. I get it.
But I mean, yes, and I said we can't do that
because you wanted to cover more than just one school.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to. I get it.
Yeah.
Just like your prep sports. I mean, we cover seven.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean.
No, we cover the same 7 you do, at least once.
Well, you cover even. I mean, you guys might even do more than we do.
Yeah.
I mean, we cover the 4 Iowa City schools along with Clear Creek, Solon, and West Branch.
Okay.
Well, not we. Because I mean, I don't have anything to do with the coverage. What now?
What about? Are you interested in, or what do you think about? Tavion Banks has made 30 straight free throws.
Yeah, that I didn't even.
I didn't either.
It kind of because what's the record?
34.
34. Well, he's going to start hearing about it going into this next game, and Bohannon missed the 35th intentionally.
Correct.
So yeah, that conversation will come up coming into this.
So what's your take on it? I mean, do you think he should just break it?
At this point, to have him become the second guy to defer. I don't know. I mean, you could go back. If he decided he wants to break it, I would have no problem with that.
Me neither.
None at all. And I'm guessing the Street family probably wouldn't either. I mean, records are made to be broken.
Yep.
Even if they're in this type of situation. What Jordan did was his decision. Fine with that. People loved him for that. But that, to me, doesn't mean Tavion should have to do it, should it come to that.
No, and especially we seem to be in a lot of close games. And as we found out the last game, if we give away even 1 point...
Yeah, he was.
Have a different
wasn't
result.
he? What was he? 8 for 8 from the. He was 8 for 8, and Bennett was 6 for 6.
Yeah,
combined for. So yeah, now that going into the game, you really didn't think about the. He's still
not at all.
But now, I mean, now it's going to be
because he's knocking at the door.
Because he's knocking at the door, and to me, it's an individual decision, no right or wrong answer. Would you? If he decides he wants to do what Jordan did and become the second player to keep the record for Chris, fine. But if he doesn't want to, I wouldn't hold that against him. I may even write something about that as a way to kind of highlight it, because I don't think I've mentioned that yet. I didn't. When he made the 8 for 8, I didn't think about the streak at the time, and I'd heard something about it yesterday. But yeah, what do you think? I think if he decides he wants to break it, that's nothing wrong.
Well, I think he should.
I think he should break it.
I do too.
Once was enough.
Yeah,
but if he decides he doesn't want to, out of respect for the streak,
that's great.
But this is different, though. This guy's an Iowa player for 1 year.
I don't know.
It's his 4th different school.
I don't know that when
Jordan
you say
Bohannon,
out of respect for the street.
Well,
family.
Jordan. That's why Jordan Bohannon did it. But Jordan Bohannon grew up an Iowa fan. I know Street was a completely different circumstance
It
than
is,
Tavian.
and I can't imagine Chris Street ever purposely missing a shot.
That's the whole thing. And
I mean,
out of
the
respect,
kind of competitor he
Chris
was.
Street was a competitor, and he wanted to get every
And I think
shot.
he would have told Jordan, make it.
Yeah, make it.
But that still doesn't make what Jordan did wrong.
No, I'm not saying
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying I'm playing both sides of it because this
Yeah.
is definitely a two-side issue. There's no
It
right or
is.
wrong on this one.
But I think, it's like when they accuse coaches of running up the score. Well, you're supposed to score. I mean, that's the game.
Yeah.
Whatever game, you're supposed to score.
Yeah. Now, there's some times where, watching Notre Dame get destroyed by Miami and Jerry Faust last game, and Jimmy Johnson went out of his way to rub it in. But in fairness, Notre Dame used to win games lots of times by large margins, too, back in the way. I mean, when my dad was at Notre Dame in the late 40s, they hardly ever lost. They destroyed teams.
Yeah.
So it works both ways. But, yeah, the objective is to score and to keep the other team from scoring and what have you. But, no, to me, there's no right or wrong with this. But I think the fact that it was done once is enough.
Don't you think that Ray has observed, kind of like Jordan, he hasn't gone down on the field to respect Shoop for going down on the field?
Now, okay, where are we? Ray, she's talking about Spray the Grill more?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He doesn't go out of the field.
Well, he's the
criticize
play-by-play
the
guy.
coach.
I mean, see, your
you didn't.
Your Shoop guy could do it because he had Terry there. If Ray would leave, that would leave
Be dead air.
Dead air. It'd leave me in there complaining. Jesus, now Gilmore's gone, and it's 9:15, and we're in the third quarter. Jesus, get me the hell out of here.
This is Pat Harty
I
signing
love the
off,
story.
everybody.
Why do you make him do it? For listeners, nobody was making me do that stuff. These guys were not making me do it.
Listen.
But you said somebody came out and said it sounded.
Hy-Vee. I'm at Hy-Vee, and some guy comes up to me and goes, "Why are you making Harty do those games?"
That makes me laugh.
I said, "I'm not making him do the games. I'm paying him to do the game."
But no, that was really. So where is the Shoop guy? Is he?
Oh, he passed away.
Oh, he did. How long ago?
3 years.
Yeah, about. Yeah.
How old was he? Your guys' age?
He was
or-
in my wife Ann's class.
Okay.
Yeah, they smoked a lot.
So did he work here full time?
No.
Okay.
No, he and his wife ran the frame house and gallery.
The way I look
for
at that,
years.
Larry Brown had a reason to be upset, but
Yeah.
eventually I would think you kind of let bygones move on, don't you?
Well, I didn't know. I apologized over and over again. I mean, that's all I could. Yeah.
God, my phone keeps reminding me that it's going to do an update tonight. Just drives me nuts. I get it. I don't have to be told every 5 minutes.
There goes the phone.
I know. I won't know how to do anything tomorrow. I mean, the last update I had to refine. Remember, I couldn't find my camera. I mean, it's just. I hate updates. Desktop updates suck too.
I got Facebook put me said you're now listed as a professional on my personal page, and I don't want to be, and all of a sudden I get this notice that you don't qualify for. It's yelling at me that I don't qualify as a professional,
Even though it put you there?
Even though I put me there.
Yeah.
And so I finally found a way to get out of it and go back to normal. It just, all this crap, this update crap.
And I'm with you. It just seems like every update makes things worse because you have to relearn so many things. It changes stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't always make it better, but whatever. But yeah, now the men. I wouldn't be surprised if the men lost. At
Against
least one.
Oregon?
I wouldn't be.
Or
I really,
Washington?
I wouldn't be surprised if they lost either game. I just, it's. I also wouldn't be surprised if they went out there and won both games either. Duels. I mean, Oregon's a little better than their record's going to indicate.
Well, they're 1-9 in conference,
And they lost at Rutgers. I mean, the Oregon's big problem too, though, is I'm not sure if are the two big players still out.
I believe they're still out.
If they're still out, that's going to make it rough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Biddle and Shellstad.
Yes.
And
I believe they're still out.
I know Ben had a Zoom this morning. Again, I had to miss it, but I'll listen to it when I get home.
By the way, Shoop died in 2020, according to Annie.
But the thing is, though,
So, 6
and what's
years. Wow.
Washington's record?
Washington in the conference 3-7, 11-10 overall.
Yeah, neither one of these will both. You'll look back if they do lose.
We should be favored, I would think.
Yeah, but if you do lose these games or one of them,
They'll be considered
bad losses. Yeah, neither one of these teams are very good, and especially Oregon. But with Dana Altman as your coach, Oregon still, they can ride any one given night, especially if Iowa comes out and lays an egg. And we've seen Iowa at times have trouble scoring.
Well, the Big Ten, all of these players were stars in high school.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yep.
So, of course, anybody can
you
technically beat anybody.
You could almost say that at Division II. Most people who
yes.
go and play Division II basketball were
That's
really
right.
good in high school.
Yes.
Most of the players that go and play Division III were solid players in high. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. Yeah, the higher the level,
Yep.
the more unique the skill is. So yeah, you never rule out a team. But no, Oregon has been decimated by injuries. They were okay prior to those injuries. But again, I don't see Dana Altman's team going 1-19 in Big Ten play. Do you?
No.
So you got to make sure you're not one of those. And that's the thing. Iowa, to me, they haven't shown that they're good enough yet to where, we can just dismiss these are going to be 2 easy wins. No, I'm not there
Not
yet.
at
I'm
all.
not there at all yet. Now, if Oregon was playing here, I would give Oregon very little chance of winning. I mean, USC is better than Oregon, but Iowa still,
Yes.
they should have been able to close that game out better than they did.
Yes.
They should have. Now Washington, I've watched them play. They've got some decent athletes. It's going to be there. I mean, it's.
Oh, we could lose that game.
And
Sure
that's
we
the game
could.
that starts at midnight, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, 10.
Or 10.
Ends hopefully at midnight.
like
Hopefully it's not overtime.
It's like Saturday Night Live. Who do you think the announcers are going to be for this game? I can only imagine.
It'll be men's game, so maybe.
What channel is it on? Do we have it on there?
I don't know if I have that.
I don't have this.
I might have that. Hang on. Men.
So last night, the announcers, who were they working for?
They were working for
NBC.
I think they worked for the school.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why would NBC have?
Because I think that's what I think they did. I think didn't Jess Settles on Peacock do the games for Peacock?
Yeah, but
And
Jess works
here-
for the Big Ten Network.
Yeah, but he also freelances.
He's done Peacock?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you're saying that these people that were doing it last night are paid by the university, not by NBC? That's your theory?
That's my
Belief?
No, not necessarily, but I think they were announcers for USC who was contracted to do the game.
Well, maybe that explains why because to me, if you're working for NBC, you've had to have been pretty good.
Well, they weren't.
So maybe that explains it. Maybe they weren't employed by NBC, but why would NBC employ? It's so hard. Who knows?
I don't know for sure. So did you ask me what time the Washington game is on BTN?
Okay, BTN at 10 o'clock. Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be weird. That is going to be weird. I mean, it's going to be 11 o'clock at halftime.
I mean,
Cindy Brunson.
Yes.
And Kim Adams.
Yes.
That's who did the games last
night? Yeah.
Yeah, those names don't ring a bell. I'm sure they're probably former players.
I don't know.
But what was it that they were saying that were what's something that
I just got the impression
they wanted USC to win?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, if they were employed by USC, then that's probably why they would want
yes.
USC to win.
Exactly.
It would have been the same as probably listening to Rob Brooks and whoever, because they obviously they're pulling for Iowa when they do it. When they do a broadcast, they're going to be somewhat biased towards the team
and fair enough.
That's paying their bill.
But it didn't excuse how bad they were.
Well, no, especially I'm talking about Rob. They're on a Iowa radio network. This was on NBC.
Yeah.
So you'd like to think there'd be a little bit more objectivity. Rob Brooks and the Iowa radio, Gary Dolphin, they're paid to be.
I mean, maybe they do work for NBC, but if so, they've need to take a closer look.
It looks like they work for NBC.
Really?
And that's not just. I mean, that one caller called in and said they kept saying upset brewing. Yeah, I was just oblivious.
Oh, they were just awful.
It looks like it anyway, from what I can tell.
You think this call will clear everything up?
No. In fact, muddy the water.
Muddy the water. All right.
Hello.
What I didn't like about the announcers, you never knew who the foul was on. They never told you. It was towards the And Ava had 4 fouls. You didn't even know she had 2 many times.
Okay.
And Journey made a shot, and they said, and there's another miss by Iowa. Well, no, they were the worst I've ever heard.
So they were terrible.
Okay. They were.
And, yeah. And I'm not being biased, just I was like, are these folks, when they talk about everything else going on in their lives but what's in front of them, it's kind of like, folks, you're supposed to be commenting on a game, you know? It's just unreal. So.
Oh, no, they were horrible.
Okay, I'll take your again.
All right, there's my 2 cents.
All right.
I'm out of here.
USC would have better announcers. You know, that's you're talking about L.A. Well, they're not going to have crap announcers.
Well,
I would think that NBC.
Apparently, they did.
Well, NBC just started these damn.
Well, but does NBC do they hire people, stringers and stuff? Because those people don't work for NBC full time, do they? They can't.
I don't. Maybe they work for NBC out on the West Coast. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
God, no! I wish I would have listened. So, you know.
Well, you can go back and listen to it.
Oh no, I'm
You're not
going
to hear much play-by-play.
I don't. I had the volume down.
And then they were complaining that it was too late and they wanted to go home.
They did?
No,
because it was only that's 6 o'clock their time. Now, if the announcers for the 10 o'clock game,
I remember you complaining like at 8:15
for the start. High school football game starting at 8:15 was crap. It was ridiculous.
I think it started at
ridiculous.
I think it started at 7.
Now, Podolsky was right there with me, bitching, moaning. But then the moment that aired, he turned into Ray. Everything was hugs and handshakes and love and whatever.
Well, that's what it's.
I carried my grudge onto the air. High school football game starting at 8 o'clock is ridiculous, right, Suter?
I mean,
I felt the same way.
That guy coming up to me was the straw for you.
He was feeling for me.
Well, sometimes they were later than 8 o'clock.
Sometimes they were 9.
Yes.
And, then you got Richard right there, and then again, hey, welcome to Batesville. It's just great to be here.
What are we supposed to?
Well, you notice though, after I left, most games now start at 7.
Yeah.
Ray tells me that all the time. Most of the games now 7:15.
They call it the Harty rule.
The Harty rule. They should start at 7. And to me, though, to start a high school football game on a Friday night at 8:30 is just stupid, and they don't do that much anymore.
Yeah.
So, but no, I never would have taken the energy to go down the field to complain about it. I mean, that's just bizarre beyond bizarre.
Okay, now I want to hear somebody that watched the Iowa game last night call in and say that they thought the announcers were pretty good.
Pulitzers.
And pretty fair. I don't think we're going to hear that.
No, because I don't think anyone from USC is listening, number one. Maybe, and Joe was there.
Joe was there,
California
so he wouldn't have heard it.
He wouldn't have heard it. And again, I just wished I could have. So did they take shots at Iowa?
No, it wasn't.
Did they just kind of ignore them?
Yeah.
Now, Iowa, now I don't want to be devil's advocate, but Iowa didn't give them a lot to
and you're right
focus
about
on
that.
there. I mean, other than I thought Iowa played well of course they played well in the second quarter, and they played well at the start of the third, but the fourth quarter to me, Tom, didn't really even matter that much, you know it?
No.
I mean, the game.
No,
they were down 70-50. They were down by 20 points going into the game was over. At least I thought. I didn't think they were going to make a run. So, but we'll see. We'll see how they regroup. I mean, Jan's regrouped before. Remember they lost 5 in a row last year? Everyone was gloom and doom. Oh, she should never have gotten the job. They settled, all that stuff.
Okay, Cindy Brunson is a sports anchor and reporter, currently working as part of the Pac-12 Network's broadcast team.
She used to be on ESPN, guys, so we're not talking about just somebody off the streets like me.
She was not good.
I mean, she's obviously risen up the ranks.
Yeah.
And then who's the other one?
Was it Kim Adams, Steve?
Was Cindy the play-by-play or the color?
Cindy was play-by-play.
Okay, that's what I figured.
USC games on NBC are covered by their network broadcast team, play-by-play announcer Noah Eagle.
Who I'm guessing is related to Iron Eagle.
This is the men's.
Yeah, sir. There's also a lot of nepotism in announcing, too, like there is in everything else. But the Eagles are all good, too. I will give them that. So, should we try to get one of them on and just let our callers call in and just be mean to them?
I will say they're hot.
Oh, so Captain's finding something to be positive about.
Oh,
So we're changing the narrative now.
Nice-looking women.
Greatest announcing team ever.
I was enthralled.
So who's hot? Which one? Or
both? Yeah, I guess it said it.
So if another caller calls in mean, I think you're going to get a little defensive, aren't you?
Halftime, they had a pillow fight.
And Kim Adams has impeccable credentials.
Yeah.
And I mean sterling credentials. ABC, CBS, ESPN, Fox, Fox Sports 1, NBC, and Westwood 1. I mean, impeccable credentials.
No, I remember when Cindy Brunson was on ESPN.
Yeah, I do too. She was okay.
She was a Sports Center anchor, and she was really good.
Yeah.
That's not play-by-play.
No,
Did you watch last
you're right.
night?
What's that?
Did you watch last night?
I actually was watching the Penguins game because they were playing the Blackhawks. Well, I was watching anyway.
Hawk hater. Hates the
I'm
Hawks.
watching hockey.
Hockey over the Hawks.
Well,
that's not good.
Well, you saw what happened in both games.
Well, I did not. I don't pay attention to hockey at
Penguins
all.
won 5-2.
Okay, yeah,
I
I do
was
not.
happy with that.
I do not pay attention to
No,
hockey.
the women, I kept going back and having no reason to watch.
I kept thinking, well, I'm missing Law and Order.
Hey, it was the missing Law and Order.
Fair enough. But Pat, you can relate to this.
I also missed the Rockford Files.
Yeah, Pat, you can relate to this. I will say, from doing play-by-play on sporting events for a number of years, that when you do have blowouts or games that are not competitive, your mind wanders.
Oh, trust me.
In all fairness to the ladies last night, your
Trust
mind wanders because there's.
But I also will say that, I mean, these people, as established as they are, and based on what all you people are saying, probably maybe should have been a little better last night under the circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray, look, Ray and me aren't, we are what we are. These people have, like you said, they've risen.
Yeah.
And you guys are making it sound like it was the banjo player in Deliverance.
Oh, they were.
I mean,
horrible.
I mean, seriously.
The banjo player had it way over them.
The kid on the, on the swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was Murph at the banter? Was Murph pretty good at banter with you?
Oh, yeah. Murph. Murph is what soured me. He didn't care when the game started. He just wanted to get on the air.
Yeah, and not credit you.
To not credit me, and then remember when he wouldn't acknowledge his dad?
Yeah.
This ain't Facebook, Harty. What do you think of that, Suter?
Yeah.
When he did say that, I giggled behind my. When he said this ain't his dad's sitting right there wanting to say hi, and this ain't Facebook. You guys got a good kick out of that when I told you that.
I still do.
Yeah, you still thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Murph never went down. I never saw Murph question anybody, though.
No.
So, and that guy never did that ever again after that, and had never done it before that. That was so that was an isolated incident.
Although I will say that when we were doing a remote for the downtown district the first thing Murph said to him was, "I just can't believe how bad the parking situation
Well, that I
is."
remember that. I was just starting with you guys back then, and that just pissed you off something fierce.
Well,
I mean,
because it's
what
bad
the
business.
hell?
That's
The guy was an idiot. And
didn't that piss them off?
And now he's
immediately.
But now he's succeeding down in Florida.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, I met when he came back. He had grown. He was immature.
Oh, he was a good broadcaster.
Oh, he was good. Now he got named, but he didn't care. It was all just it was style, and he was good.
But he killed that account, man.
We couldn't have a meeting. A client would come in, or we couldn't have a meeting without him pacing, listening.
Remember when he'd loom over Feeney's shoulder like a vulture?
He'd loom over everybody.
I remember he asked me, "So who's this Feeney guy? Why is he in here?"
He came in here once and he goes, "Why don't you play that song?" And I just turned around. And
he wanted Feeney's seat.
Well, he made me look bad. Thanksgiving, he was so obnoxious on Thanksgiving that on Thanksgiving.
What do you mean on Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, he was on
morning,
the air?
He was on the air with me. He was doing the news.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And what did you do?
He just kept stopping and looking at me, and I said, "What?" "Well, I'm expecting you to react." And
React
I said,
to what?
"I don't react to everything. Just keep doing the news." And he got so obnoxious with it. His news.
Oh, see, I didn't remember.
He got so obnoxious with it. I said, I'm going to come over there and strangle you.
When you say obnoxious with it, just by the way he was reading it, or was he writing
he
commentary?
just kept stopping for me to say something. And there was nothing to say.
Me sometimes during sport news and stuff.
But he doesn't do it a lot.
He did it a lot.
No, I'm saying you don't interrupt him a lot.
No, but I let him interrupt me.
No, but you
Okay, all right, all right.
you know,
He just had to grow up. When
It
you-
depends on the. I would have killed him.
But I loved him looming over Feeney's shoulder.
Seriously.
I liked it when he'd come in behind you with the dry erase board and write stuff for you guys to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
you like that.
But he's like, hey, what's up with this Feeney dude? How'd he get in here? You know? And I explained to him, and I go, it's the sports buddies. I mean, Murph wasn't my buddy. It's not. I think he thought that he would get Feeney to leave and just sit down in that seat, and it just.
I thought he thought he'd get Tom to leave.
Okay. Have a seat, Murph.
But I do remember when he came back, he seemed different, better.
No, he was.
He'd grown up a little bit.
And he'd apologized.
for sure.
And, yeah.
For sure.
No,
Yeah.
that saying that about the down. I mean, there's some things that are better off left unsaid, especially if you rely on advertising. You know,
Well, yeah, you don't start off.
by criticizing somebody who's hosting your.
And he kept talking about it.
Yeah, he would have.
So he was upset about not having parking, not being able to find a parking space.
Well,
What
you
was?
know, the narrative is that downtown Iowa City, it's hard to find a good parking place. That's what.
Well, that narrative's been around forever.
Of course.
Yeah,
and that's all that he could talk about. Even though there are, where he did the remote from, there are ramps within a 3-minute walk.
This whole town is a parking ramp.
Yes.
Now.
Listen, you go downtown and wherever you park, be it a ramp or whatever, it's nothing like going a Coral Ridge Mall and walking all that distance when there's like a holiday or Christmas or something. I mean, Jesus.
I've walked the Coral Ridge Mall before. Do
Yeah.
loops. Go
Yeah.
out there, do 8 loops. That's around almost 4 or 5 miles.
Yeah, well, it's a lot shorter to go shop downtown.
But yeah, no, that's just not a wise thing to do. And especially where they were. Did you say they were sponsoring the event?
They were sponsoring the remote, and if it wasn't canceled immediately after that, it was within a couple weeks.
So did you guys let him know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
What did he
course.
say? Easy come, easy go. Was it one of those? He didn't.
It didn't affect him.
He just moved on.
No. No, I wanted to kill him.
Oh, I trust me. I remember. I was here for it. Here for a lot of it.
It just is bringing back all these bad memories and feelings.
We got it. God, is it already 10:30?
Yeah.
Wow. We got to get back to the Hawks before we sign off.
Okay.
Those Hawks have to walk a long way downtown to get to the bar.
What do you mean?
Or any bars.
Huh?
What?
I don't
You
know.
lost us.
You're
tired.
What's going on?
I want to go home.
I know you do. Is that
this
a cry?
is-
Was that a cry for help?
I'm pulling a Harty. I want to go home.
I didn't necessarily want to go home. I just didn't want to be at
You
Bates
want-
Field at 11:30 on a Friday night.
Well, where else
fair
are you going to
enough.
go?
Well, I
didn't
Brothers. I had stuff going on at Brothers back then. I was
Sure you
was still in my 50s then. There was hope written all over me.
No.
I own Brothers. Deadwood.
Well, the Deadwood, okay.
Working my magic on the Deadwood carpet at 10 o'clock at night.
The Deadwood you can fit right in.
You're
I
damn
could fit
right.
right in.
I'd go in there and they'd love my music.
Yeah.
So, but we got Iowa wrestling tonight against Minnesota
Yep.
here. They're going to win
W.
that. Yeah,
Win.
they'll win that. What else do we got? Any?
We
We got baseball and softball media days next week.
Track and field is in South Bend.
Good luck to
We
them.
got the Jim Hawks at Minnesota tomorrow at 4.
Swimming and diving senior day at 5 at the campus recreation.
Wow,
Wellness
lots
Center.
of stuff going on this
Yep.
week. And again, we've got softball and baseball media days both next week. I've talked to them. I'd like to get both coaches on. We still haven't had Stacy May Johnson on yet.
Heartlanders are hosting the Kansas City Mavericks tonight at 7.
We're more than just the Hawks.
Yeah.
But yeah, spring sports it's right around the corner. It's crazy to think that baseball and softball are getting ready to start here in days, and it's just like, what's the high today?
14 with the winds. It'll feel like -10.
This has been a pretty long stretch of cold weather.
It has. It has.
But again, not much precip and not a ton of wind.
No, we've got a listener that I heard from this morning that came from the Quad Cities and now lives in New Orleans, and he says they're going nuts. It's going to be between 25 and 30 today.
27 in Miami, they were saying.
And snowing or no?
He didn't say
It was going to get down to 27 in South Florida.
Yeah.
That's almost unheard of. All right. Hello, caller.
Oh, you doesn't have to call him Johnson.
Wait. Who's the Johnson?
You threw a Johnson in there.
Who?
Who?
It
did?
was like an Amy something or...
No.
No.
No, there was a Johnson. You mentioned a Johnson.
So if we didn't and he still calls in, does he get punished for that?
Well, there's something wrong with
No, you said Johnson because I did it too.
Who said Johnson?
You said Johnson? You mentioned a Johnson.
I didn't mention.
Oh, Stacy Mae Johnson, the softball coach.
Yes.
Isn't that her? Isn't that her
Pat
name?
did.
Mae.
I have no idea.
Still a Johnson.
So and Stacy Mae, I think her married name is Johnson. Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I did understand him, though.
Yeah, he
All
said
right.
it's great when he's in the ICU.
So Gino was spot on.
So yeah, he was.
He was on fleek, if you will, except that's not what it means, I guess. It's about fashion.
So you got a coach down on the field that says the name Johnson, and would he rush down to the
No,
field?
he would not rush anywhere.
My apologies to Gino. He nailed it.
And then let's see, the men, the Oregon game. Give our listeners
The Oregon game
for the men is.
Sunday at 7 o'clock.
So they both play on Sunday.
Yes, 7
If
o'clock on FS1, and the women are 3 o'clock on Fox.
For some reason, I thought the men's. God, it's, when you're covering both teams a lot more than I have, it's hard to keep the schedule straight. You know. For some reason, I thought the men's game was tomorrow, so they're both on Sunday.
Both on
I
Sunday.
don't like it when they play on the same day.
No, no.
Is it overlapping time-wise?
Not at all.
Okay, that helps. Again, what time does the men's game start on Sunday?
7.
7.
The women start at
So the
3.
men are at 7 and 10. So will you stay up and watch the Washington game?
I don't know.
You won't, will you?
Here's what'll probably happen. I will watch the first half
and to see how they're playing
and see how it's going, and probably because I'm generally never up after 11 o'clock.
11, I sometimes am.
I was at the 8 o'clock games.
Yeah, when I come home from Carver, if I get home
I'm up
11
after
o'clock, there's sometimes where I can't get to sleep. I'm just from covering the game and being out and about.
But unless we go out somewhere, to a band or a play or something, we're never up after midnight.
Me either. I mean, on a normal night, especially if I have beers, especially if I eat late and drink a couple beers, I'm usually gone by 10:30.
I was just going to point out the Grammys are at 7 o'clock on Sunday night, too.
Are they?
Iowa men are up against the Grammys.
All right.
Okay. That's worth.
I can't remember the last. I don't know if I've ever watched the Grammys, but obviously millions probably will.
I have, but it's been decades, probably.
Who's going to sweep the Grammys? Taylor
Bad
Swift?
Bunny. Let's vote for him to piss off Trump.
Yeah.
He'll win
Bad-
everything.
What did I call him the other day?
Mean Bunny.
I wasn't even trying to be a smartass then. I actually thought that was his name. So what do you like better, Bad Bunny or Mean Bunny?
Mean Bunny.
Greg the Bunny.
All right, I think we're about
or
ready.
maybe Ted Bunny. Oh, wait, that's Bundy.
It's a playoff of a serial killer.
Listen, you always love how anniversaries. I mark anniversaries.
Okay, what's this one?
Yesterday.
61 years ago today. Well, let's hear it.
Yesterday, of course, I signed for the station.
Yep.
Today, buyer's remorse.
1 day later.
1 day later, buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
But now look at you, though, just leaving here with a big smile on your face.
Yeah.
Another successful show. Where's Hunter?
Got the day off.
Day off.
The hell, he's getting a lot of day offs lately. I think he's
he
starting
gets
to play you.
Fridays now off so that I get Saturdays off.
But then he's in your set. You beat him back down with a Saturday-Sunday double shift, don't you?
Yeah.
He's in here early on both weekend days.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
yeah. And he's got to work late on.
And you shame him for the Fridays off, don't you?
Yeah.
Like when you hand me a check, you call it blood money. That did make me laugh, though. When you
I'm not reading what my dad wants me to tell Pat.
Is it mean?
No, he just wanted to know he had a big bowel movement.
Okay, that's
Great. Yikes.
And I'm the one always blamed for going down. See, it's not always me, Captain.
You can edit that out of the box.
I'll put that on the podcast.
All right, thanks to Cindy Brunson and Kim Adams
And
for their commentary.
And Gene Langenberg.
And Gene Langenberg for his candor.
Jesus.
That's not a bit. He wanted me to tell Pat
Okay,
that.
well, I don't want to.
Yeah, and you like Halusk is busy, right?
Tommy Lang and Captain Steve are next with police reports. Hawkfanatic.com. Check it out. It's free.
Casey